All right, and now back to our top business story as prices rises beginning to slow. Today's figures from Statistics South Africa show consumer inflation has eased slightly to 6.8% from 7.1% the month before. Let's now talk to our reporter Heidi Giokos. She is with business eNCA Melissa Tichy, who are just going to show us how many items they were able to buy at the shops with just 400 Rand.
Yes, we asked Heidi to go out shopping first with 400 Rand. So Heidi, please tell us what items were in your basket. What could you afford for 400 Rand?
Yes, I had the very difficult task of just only having 400 Rand in my pockets, and I had to basically look at getting essentials. And the reason why we're doing this today is because we are looking at inflation. We know it's down and it's now 6.8%, but still you are seeing some significant increases in a number of other essentials. So I managed to get myself a 5 kg white star, which is maize meal, which is obviously a staple and an essential, 30 eggs, as well as 2 kg chicken, milk, oil, and as well as a loaf of bread. This all cost 375 Rand, Melissa. I couldn't believe it. I actually also took a 2 kg sugar, but unfortunately I had to leave it because it was just not enough, and I was left with 20 Rand, and I was like, what could I buy with this 20 Rand? I'm actually quite disappointed in myself that I didn't buy like a chocolate or a packet of sweets. But this just shows you that this is exactly what you can buy with about 375 Rand. Rather worrying, given that this probably won't last a family, not even a week. Maybe the maize meal and the eggs might stretch you a little, but this is basically what you can get for just under 400 Rand.
This is quite shocking. So how do these prices compare to last year? Could you have gotten a bit of a bigger basket then?
Yes, most certainly. And this is also something that we have been seeing with a number of items. For example, we are seeing items like onions, beetroots, actual vegetables that have gone up to almost 30%. Most of this has definitely increased compared to last year, so we would have definitely been able to get a whole lot more. I think we would have been able to maybe double it, if not, with the prices from last year compared to this year.
You were also out shopping with other shoppers. What were their reactions to the food prices and the current inflation rates? Because we're not feeling it, even though it dipped and it eased, we're not feeling it really in our pockets.
Yes, exactly. Definitely not feeling in our pockets. We got a chance to speak to some consumers and South Africans on the streets, and everybody's complaining. Melissa, everybody's saying that everything is just so expensive. A great example is that many people sometimes buy lunch, and before a plate of food would cost you 25 Rand, and now it's costing between 50 and 75 Rand. And that obviously has to do with inflation, with goods increasing, and that's obviously impacting how much you are paying when you're in a restaurant or just when you're in the grocery store. Let's take a listen to what some of them had to say.
It's rough because everything is going up but our salaries. That's the problem. So everything else is going up and our salaries keep getting, like, they're not changing or anything like that. So they're losing value. So we're just basically being stuck in the same loop over and over.
Especially even bread. I was amazed of the price of the bread. Like, I used to buy it at the garage. I'll be amazed, like sometimes it was around 18 Rand, but now I'm buying a bread around 21 Rand.
As you can see, I'm from the taxi rank. I was using taxis, and then obviously those guys are going to go up as well.
I feel like inflation isn't real and people are getting really desperate. So inflation isn't real. People just need to make things cheaper, or desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, I've seen the difference, especially for someone who has been in South Africa, I think 4 years ago. And the prices were acceptable in a way, depending on the living of the people. But ever since I came back this side, should it be the fuel, everything, the food in the supermarket, everything has just been increasing.
Yes, Heidi, and we're also seeing that a lot of people are quite negative, as we've heard from our Voxies now. People are not seeing the light at the moment with price increases. We're also awaiting the repo rate announcement tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. And you're actually hearing South Africans saying we're paying so much for goods and services. Inflation might have eased to 6.8% compared to the 7.1%, but they're not feeling it at this point. And then tomorrow we're having a possible interest rates hike where South Africans are saying, everything is going up, but our salaries are not matching that increase. So there's a lot of panic at the moment with South Africans. I think what's also important is that one of the South Africans we spoke to spoke about the impact of load shedding and how this is a major contributor to goods and services going up, because companies have to now pay more for diesel to keep their generators running, which impacts the price at the end of the day. So there are many issues, and unfortunately I don't have any good news, and this is all you can get.